So we promised him a special dinner session. Regina, good morning to you wherever you are.
No, but it was an open invitation. There was open to all.
He says he doesn't understand. He no go agree. Don't you understand? It's 2024. So Regina, good morning to you. We have relayed your message successfully. As to what happens afterwards, we have no control.
Yes. What do we have this morning?
Well, quite a lot this morning, actually. And we'll be having a conversation with our politicians on some very important matters. It looks like there was some attempted coup, in quotes, in Parliament.
Coup?
Well, that's why I said in quotes, amongst the majority in Parliament, because we're hearing reports that there was an attempt to replace the majority leader, Seche Mensah Bonsu, with his deputy.
That truly is an attempt.
And then yesterday, there was, an impromptu press briefing where the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament came out and said that there was really no attempts like that. We should disregard the reports. There's nothing like. But we're hearing that it was actually part of the agenda for the next meeting for the MPP. It just wasn't tabled. So which is which? What's going on? Who is planning that coup?
Yeah.
Is what we're asking.
Once it was on the agenda, somebody was planning a coup. Aye! Nipa ye cobra. La ilaha.
But it's not like they didn't expect it.
It was number 5 on the agenda.
Number 5?
Yes.
Nipa ye cobra.
Number 5.
It's not like they didn't expect
number
it
5.
anyway. So.
But apparently at the end of the day, they didn't even discuss it
They didn't,
anymore.
exactly.
Yes, it was thrown out.
But the question is,
who puts it there?
Puts the program together, the agenda. And yesterday we heard from a Pia Kubi saying that it's actually NEC, the leadership that puts the agenda together. So who in particular? Anyway, we'll also talk about Ahmed Swale. Yesterday, the Attorney General did mention that there has been no submission of docket fit for purpose to prosecute the matter.
I think that when you're looking at that issue, Parliament now has new standing orders.
It does.
And according to the new standing orders, it is supposed to be the side that's supposed to be in the
decide,
majority. But the reality is, we know that the parties whip their members
Exactly.
and so on. So,
that's the thing.
Sometimes.
Can
So
you
we'll
say
try
you
and
don't
find
elect
out.
your own
Let's see.
leader?
So
without
Apia Kubi says,
agreeing
well,
to
they
the
can make
party.
suggestions for them to consider. So maybe they will consider.
But their constitution also says that you cannot make decisions without
touring
the line of the party constitution. So that's the other aspect.
I love
it.
it. Charlie, today,
We have other conversations.
Fire for fire. Nipa ye cobra. What else do you have?
Well, we'll be talking about antiretroviral therapy as well. We've been told how many people, especially young people, are contracting HIV and other STDs. And you remember some time ago when we had issues of importing antiretroviral drugs into the country. It was a very long time without it. There were so many complaints. We're going to get into all of that today. And hopefully we all learn a thing or two, especially for the young people. If you cannot abstain, then just make sure that you're protecting whatever sexual intercourse that you are having. So we'll have that discussion today.
Educated.
As well. Yeah.
Quite scary.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get into this morning conversation, but Roland, you also have a conversation.
Yes, certainly. And so
the addendum of the constitution.
Are you interviewing the vice president?
No.
Because when the president
there was some few months ago, I asked Dennis Marakabuaje whether the vice president will be brought to New Day or for us to have an interview.
What
he
did
said
he say?
no. But maybe they'll change their mind. It's because when the vice president comes, Bombomis will be playing old videos. So I think that's the problem. But we wish that this campaign season, I'm told that they want to do a number of media rounds with the vice president. And so usually, because of the thing he said, it will be scheduled so that they will tell you, maybe ask this question or ask this question. But if you bring the vice president here, TV3 New Day, we promise to be charitable. We won't be asking hard questions. We won't play old videos. So please,
are you speaking on your own behalf or
on my own behalf?
Or on behalf of all of us?
On my own behalf.
I see. Anyway, I mean, talking about HIV and, the upsurge of cases in the country, we're going to have a very important conversation this morning. Yesterday, there was a survey that was put out, and it was actually put together by the Ghana Demographic Health Survey on women empowerment. And there are some startling revelations. It says here that in actual fact, women have sex earlier than men. And all respondents within the age bracket of 12 to 20 in the Ashanti region have had sex before marriage. But it says women are having sex earlier than men. Women are having sex earlier than men. Which is a little shocking because, I mean, the men are saying that this cannot be correct. That's survey skewed because they are very sure that the men should be able to.
You mean you as a woman is saying that the men
No,
are
the men are saying it, that this survey, But you know what? Sarah Penko from the newsroom was there when this survey was being put out, and so she has a report on this. Let's get some further details.
study involved 154 respondents, including 114 young women and 40 young men aged 20 to 49 from the Ashanti and northern regions. It revealed a prevalence of sexual violence and coercion, particularly among young girls and women, leading to their early sexual activities. The study found that 1 in 5 respondents had their first sex with someone they were not in a relationship with, while all respondents in the Ashanti region and all male respondents in the northern region reported having sex when they were not married.
In our study, we realized that coercion is a very gendered experience. So typically, young men felt much less direct coercion than females. All those who experienced high coercion were females.
Romantic and sexual relationships significantly impact young people's development from childhood to adulthood, whether within or before marriage. We ventured into the bustling streets of Accra to gauge the realism of the trend.
I had my first sex at the age of 18, and I didn't know. I went to visit my boyfriend, and I didn't know that will happen though. But then when it happened, I didn't feel bad. I was in SHS.
I had it at the age of 27, my girlfriend, and then she visited me one of the days, and it's happened.
I lived 15 to 16 years.
I was 15 or 16 years.
Man didn't tempt you on some
14 to 15 years.
Mine was 14 to 16 years. She was older.
For Deputy Government Statistician, this should inform policymakers about the relevance of the reproductive sexual rights of adolescents.
But more serious, that all the women and all the men in Ashanti region that were interviewed in the qualitative, all of them engage in sex before their marriage. The admonition lies on adult posts and lies to every one of us. When we say that we talk about it, whether you say a pen drive into a socket, please let's call a spade, and let's teach them. They know more than we do, and therefore let's educate them so that they understand and know what are the effects and disadvantages to their health.
There are multiple factors that influence an adolescent's first sexual experience. The data has been released. The figures are glaring and scary, intensifying calls for an early introduction of reproductive sexual health education across the various schools in the country. Sarah Apenkru, TV3 News, Accra.
So that's the report. I mean, it has further details as to who are more violent, you know, and etc. But the issue about having sex that early, especially among girls. And I remember that during the COVID period, there was a report that indicated that about 100,000 girls in the junior high schools had fallen pregnant. Yeah. And that was because most of them were home. There were issues about even having sex in exchange for pads and other things, and Indomie and stuff. Yeah. And it was a very worrying trend at that time. What have we done between that period and now to even expand on the education on sexual reproductive health amongst, you know, the young people, not only girls, but even the boys? And they'll usually say it starts from home. But in cases where the homes fail, the parents fail, when you go to school, is it even a conversation that you can have with your teacher on a regular day that there's this boy that's trying to sleep with me, or there's this man who's telling me, you know, he would like to go out with me, even when you're 15 or 16?
Again, the age is 15 and 16.
Yes. Yeah.
I think if you look at what the United Nations says, based on its own reports, and for adolescent behavior, as far back from 2002, it was 15. So I think Ghana has just fallen in line with what the world statistics are. What we need is early sexual education to enable people and young people, as well as bringing the other sections of society, parents, etc., to embrace that children are now more aware. And as a result of that, they need that sort of education. The gentleman was in there saying 27, he had 27. The way he was saying it, I doubt.
You doubt what he said?
Yeah, 27. I doubt him. Because the way he was saying it.
Is it impossible for a man to stay?
Yeah.
Oh,
so 27.
No, it is possible.
It's possible.
It's possible, right?
Yeah.
How about a woman? But my question is,
But
morally,
it also depends on the generation, I think.
yeah. But morally, is it becoming more
Anyway,
difficult?
we've opened the phone line so you can join.
Have we activated the phone lines? I'm just asking that morally, is it difficult for these young girls to say no? Because one of the factors that contributes to the early sexual intercourse is coercion. So most of them encounter men who would normally coerce them into such acts. But the question is, why are they not able to say no? Is it the gifts that they give them? What do they say to them to lure them into this act? What do they promise them? And I just want to get into the young people's minds to understand exactly why it's difficult to say no. But we've activated the phone lines. Let's pick your mind on this very matter this morning. And I'm told the first caller is online. Good morning. Oh, my goodness.
Megina, tell you how old, though.
Good morning, Megina.
Megina, how do you do it? Megina.
Oh.
Megina from Sunyang.
Did we lose him?
I think we've
Oh,
lost
no.
him.
We've lost him.
Oh, he's on?
But we can't hear him.
Megina.
Say something.
I think he's talking. There's no way Megina will never talk.
Hello, good morning.
No, this is not Megina.
This is not Meiji now.
Yes,
This is
It
different.
is.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
sure it's
good
a line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, please.
Your name and where you're calling us from?
Please, Ella. I'm calling from Michelle Camp.
Okay, Ella.
Are you popular in the area? So that we know. When did you first have sex? Please.
Oh, no. I'm not popular. I'm not.
Hello, Ella.
Think around SHS 3.
That would be
SHS 3.
13 years. When you were 13.
17 or 18. Oh.
Yeah,
No,
SHS, yeah, 17 or 18,
17.
yeah.
17, 18. Okay. That's fair.
Agenda must agenda.
Oh.
Ella, we are listening.
Okay, so for me, in my opinion, seriously, my dad didn't have money, but from the training he gave to us and then my siblings, me and my siblings, because of that, I didn't, seriously, if not for school or peer, I wouldn't have done that at JHS 3.
You are saying that even after the training your parents gave you, you started at 17?
Exactly.
Huh.
I'm saying peer also matters. Peer.
Oh, peer. So it was peer pressure. Oh, my goodness. We just lost Ella. Too bad. But
I think
you
it's
can
Meji
also
now
call
trying
us.
to.
Yeah.
It's
He's
Megina trying to
blocking
mess up the lines.
But I think I agree with what she's saying about peer pressure. You know the issue about not being able to talk to your parents. Look at how when we even asked her about sex, she was like,
yeah.
That's the thing. It's like parents for the longest time have not been able to really have an open conversation with their children about
What makes it
sex.
difficult?
I don't know.
Is it their orientation when they were growing up that makes it difficult for them to open up to us? Because it's like a typical Ghanaian parent who is unable to say, I am sorry, when they offend their children.
Oh, nowadays they'll give you like ice
chocolate
cream or
and
something.
stuff.
Yeah, we have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome, sir.
Hello.
Hi, is this Megina? Oh, forgive me. Hello, good morning. Welcome. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, good morning. I'm Kweku.
Kweku.
Yes.
All right. So what do you make about the revelations in this report?
Good morning to the rest of the team there.
Carry on.
Well, I would say that it is something which is very scary that authorities would have to really look at the survey and start working on it. If children at this age are having sex, what is happening in our schools? We really need to go back and, have this sex education in our schools. Because at this age, and they are exposed to sex, it's quite dangerous. It's age 13 is something that at least the minute.
Okay, we had to drop you because you were also listening to yourself on TV, and that was interfering with the sound. And so please, when you call, kindly reduce the volume of your TV set so you can listen to us directly via the phone. It's important. But I've received a message here, and good morning to you. I haven't read your messages in a while. He says that it's true that girls have sex before boys, not only in Kumasi or in the northern region, even in Accra here, people use sex for fish.
Oh my God.
Fish. But let's not have the conversation to make it look as if it's only the underprivileged girls who are doing this. Now, when it comes to the new generation, they're very inquisitive. And again, the conversations are not happening between themselves and their parents. And so they would rather have the conversation. Exactly. There's the internet, devices, their friends. And so it's easier for them to want to find out from their friend, oh, so you did it, how was it? This boy likes me, what should I do? And based on what they also know, they'll give you an advice, oh, go ahead and try
Instead
it
of talking to their parents, yes, they'll talk to their peers.
So that's the other scary part as well.
My goodness.
Call us as well. The numbers are on your screen. We want to hear from you what you make of this. We have a caller? Okay. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome. What's your name, madam?
My name is Diane.
Diane, you're welcome.
Nice book. Yeah.
So let me be the Roland this morning and ask, at what age, if we're not prying too much, did you have sex?
Okay. I said 22.
22?
Yes. Please.
Okay. So I believe you were out of secondary school by then. What do you think are the factors that led to you waiting a little longer?
Okay. Let me say from teachers from home and from we're really going to church, Sunday school, and blah blah blah. So I'm kept advising us we should wait, we should hold on. Then I also advised myself, okay, I wanted a man that even when he breaks me, then we'll get married. Yes, so I was waiting. The man wasn't coming, so I had to wake up.
Oh, well, I wish we could continue this conversation, but we'll have to wrap up here. Thank you.
Which church?